Hey guys, and welcome back to our Star Wars Resistance recap show, Viva la Resistance! It's my turn to host this week, and Case, I think we had a sleeper episode. Meaning, this one, it doesn't seem like much right now, but it's going to pay off later. Do you share that sentiment?
I share that sentiment, yes. By the way, that's Chris Doman. I'm Kees Cornelis. Let's keep hosting consistent, Chris. Anyway, this is an episode that starts and ends with something that is important for the overall story. Everything in between, it's fun, actually. Like, we actually see Poe on a mission with Kaz. Something that I didn't really expect out of the episode, but it's a nice surprise. I love Oscar Isaac. He's awesome. He's great as Poe. He knows the character. And just to see Poe show up, that's always great. I was very happy with this episode, how they treated Poe. It's not out of character compared to the movies, and that is something that we've addressed in previous reviews as well. But in previous reviews, well, he's hardly been in the show so far. This was really the moment that he's in the show. So far in the season, we'll get more into it. You say something.
Yes. So who talks first? You talk first. I talk first.
Exactly.
No, and going back to what I said in the first review we did was, I'm glad that we're seeing Poe more like he was in Force Awakens, and not like he.
Or for the Force Awakens.
Like, exactly, and that. Like, they're keeping that character consistent, which is very relieving. That while, sure, we're not necessarily getting the best of, continuity throughout some of the other, materials of Star Wars, but that's neither here nor there.
To be fair, they already had, like, a majorly difficult time in Legends keeping continuity, and I mean, that was never even confirmed to be canon in the first place. And then in current canon, yes, there are a couple of things here and there that do contradict each other. And of course, always the rule is, if it happens in the movies, it is first. Anything else happens second.
But at least everything else is starting to
mostly consistent.
Yes, it wasn't always right away when the whole new canon thing started, but now we're getting a lot more consistent, which is it's a breath of fresh air, especially with Oscar Isaac actually here playing Poe Dameron, this character that he's gonna live with the rest of his life, and I think he's happy to do it. So let's talk about this new episode, Signal from Sector 6. The best way I can sum up this episode in 3 words: naivete strikes back. I messaged this to Case earlier, and he was just looking at me like, Chris, what the hell are you talking about? So
okay, to be fair, when you message something like that, it can be about anything in actual real life. I didn't know you were talking about the episode.
Oh yeah, and for the rest of the folks who, are still wondering what the hell am I talking about, well, let's get into it. So this episode starts off with Kaz getting quite the rude awakening from Yeager and Bucket, but obviously played very much for laughs, and I'm amazed how Niku slept through the whole thing, but that's neither here nor there,
Now that you mention it, I noticed that.
It's one of those things you think about.
I'm subtly noticing that he wasn't there to be noticed.
I know, right? But then, so he's, Kaz forces himself to wake up. He's trying to get a cup of coffee, and of course the machine's not working. But what do you get?
No, it was the wrong button.
Yeah, and as someone who has to wake up in the morning a lot, I sympathize. So,
as someone who's shooting this at 7 a.m. in the morning for him, I sympathize.
Yes. We could both really use a cup of coffee right about now.
No, I can't, because I need to sleep in a bit.
Yeah, me too. So, okay. Anyway, so Yeager wakes him up because he's going to take him out, for what sounds like just a salvaging mission. But then we come to find out that it's Poe who flies there on in an X-wing just to actually meet him in person.
what you also see is like Tam is actually asking like what is going to happen, what is he gonna do, and then Jaeger's like, well, it's just for Cass, you can just stay here because at that point you know, oh, this is resistance related, this is actual Cass's mission on the base rather than being the
Rather
mechanic.
his job,
Yeah.
So, and actually, it was there was again a couple funny moments here where Kaz thinks that Poe is talking to him, but they're talking to BB-8, and it's it's keeping some of those cute moments that I've come to love in the movies.
What I did like, the shuttle that Jaeger is flying in is the
Yes,
shuttle from
yes,
Lothal from Rebels,
yes, it
which is
is.
cool.
Yes, it is. So the two of them meet up so that they can talk via flying. They can just hop in a ship or
Real
hop in.
person, well, person to person, essentially.
Exactly, but obviously, Poe can't land on the Colossus in an X-wing. That'll look
Not really.
real sketch.
Yeah.
So, what do? They both hop in an X-wing and they both fly in an asteroid field. Which actually, this was a really cool sequence
Mhm.
where Poe does this really cool trick and asks Kaz if he can replicate it, and Kaz comes so close, although he doesn't figure out till later because obviously it's a kids show, so you're gonna have that payoff later. But it was still a
You
cute
will.
moment, especially with this new droid CB-23, who may or may not have a crush on BB-8. I mean,
There was some kind of a hint
I mean,
somewhere.
I don't ship it, but then again,
Ju- Okay, hey, droid love. We've seen it before in Wally, and it worked. So make it happen.
you know what? That's fine. Go for it. Let's see it. Come on, what you got for me? But while they're out there and they're doing their fun little exercise,
They get a signal.
from Sector 6.
Get it?
Whoa. And they come across this transport that was the home of a supposedly botched pirate raid. It's it's a little unclear. They land on the ship and what's going on?
But
And
by the way, am I the only one that was that kind of had like the 1% thought that maybe Hondo would show up? I know.
I'm
It's like
right.
40 years after
No,
Rebels.
literally, case, no joke. I thought the same thing.
Okay, we go. Here we go.
Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but it would have been.
He was in the Clone Wars. He was in Rebels. Why not here?
I mean, it would have been the perfect time for him to be like, "Hello, my friends,
I mean,
Hondo Onaka at your service."
his pets were there. It's just him. He wasn't there.
And yes, and and actually, one of my favorite lines from Jedi Knight to Jedi Outcast finally got a little validation in this episode because what's on the ship? It's not spice, it's not gold, it's not weapons, it's animals, particularly Kowakian monkey lizards, aka a bunch
Salacious B. Crumb.
a bunch of salacious crumbs running around,
Yeah.
including
A giant
a
one.
monster one. So thank you, Kyle Katarn, because the whole time I was saying, I'm just like, well, you look like an overgrown Kowakian monkey lizard, so I guess looks don't count for much.
Hey.
Hey! Thank you, writers. I love you all. But no, I mean, so the to further the point of why like this part, I feel like in any other Star Wars anime show would have bugged me. I really do think
Filler?
not yet. We're not there yet, Case. Just give it like 2 more
No,
minutes.
we'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. No, because I hate to say this, I don't know if Rebels would have pulled off the sense of adventure this episode had. At least,
Rebels did that in
at
other
this
ways.
early in the game.
Also.
Yeah.
I mean, this was in a way a little similar to the episode where Sabine and Hera go to the abandoned Clone Wars base in season 1 of Rebels, and that's episode 6. It's similar.
I thought episode 6 was Empire Day.
No, that's 7. Is it 7? Yeah, it's 7. Episode 6 is Out of Darkness. That's the one before. Then you have Empire Day. Then you have Gathering Forces, when they go back to the Clone Wars base, established in episode 6.
Ah.
I have seen that show way too much, so I know this. But hey, to me, it is a little similar in that sense. You send two of the main characters to an abandoned thing and you encounter some creatures, you know?
Yeah, and now again, to be fair, at least for me, that was trying to capture like a genuinely kind of scary moment. Whereas here, it just felt like it was just pure Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope kind of adventure with a big monster that was chasing everybody around, and it was just a matter of like, everyone's going to get out fine, so let's have some fun. And to me, that's what this whole sequence felt like. So, like I said, I mean, and to be fair, Out of Darkness is still a really good episode of Rebels, but I just feel like this episode just did that in terms of capturing the spirit of the original Star Wars film a little better. But that's neither here nor there, because turns out there is a passenger still alive on this ship. Oh boy! No, please.
Yeah, and now you indeed get what you said at the beginning. And this is something that I've actually been waiting for a while, because Kaz is always very nice to essentially everyone who he thinks like is worth saving. In this case, he encounters someone who he thinks is worth saving, so let's save her. And then you get to the end on the Colossus, and then it appears that she's actually, well, not the person that you want to save and get on the Colossus. So
yeah,
because she was not one of the crew.
She was one of the pirates.
Yes.
However, if I can keep predicting this, if I can keep speculating on this show, because yes, I totally saw this coming. I totally saw it coming. That's like, oh no, she's not a member of the crew. She's a pirate. She has to be.
No, I saw it coming too.
And of course, we were right.
Yeah.
But I wonder if we're also on the same page about this though. I don't think she'll follow through.
Well, that's difficult. What has been like what these past couple of episodes have been setting up is that there's of course one person who oversees everything on the Colossus, makes sure that everything goes well on the Colossus, and the Colossus is essentially it's a big hub for whatever is in that quadrant of the galaxy, which is why the First Order, the Resistance, pirates, just a lot of people are interested in it. I think that we're gearing up towards a moment where we have all these parties fighting for control of the Colossus. The pirates want to ship their goods and want to have the Colossus be I don't know, just a storage facility,
like
maybe
a base.
Yeah, a base essentially. The First Order, I think, wants to use that as well. And the Resistance wants to use it essentially as like this safe haven where they can hide, because the Resistance, they can't really do a whole lot. I mean, they do have some support of the New Republic, but it's not entirely. And of course, there's also the New Republic. So I do think we're gearing towards this point where all these parties have some say into what the Colossus is going to look like at the end of the season, when we have our climax and when the Colossus might get destroyed and that we finally move away from it and move to another location for the next season. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. And the past couple of episodes have been setting up that the First Order is definitely there, the Resistance is there, and now we also see pirates, because pirates have always been a thing. We've seen it in Clone Wars, as I said, in the Clone Wars and Rebels with Hondo, and now again here. So if she will follow through, I don't know. You might be very right, but we'll see about that later, I think. But I do think, while the episode might look as filler, I do think there is some setup that will definitely pay off at the end.
Exactly, and that's like it's those last 3 minutes of this episode that keep me from writing it off as filler.
Oh yeah. No, but
Because,
also the beginning.
well, yeah, I would also say in the beginning as well. Yeah, I mean, sure. As soon as they get onto the transport, yeah, it's just dumb fun for it's just dumb fun to capture the spirit of the original '77 film.
But enjoy it for the ride.
Exactly. You have fun, you enjoy it for the ride,
It's like
and
the Rathtar scene in The Force Awakens.
but done better.
Like, that probably done better. No, but like with the Rathtar scene in Force Awakens, my least favorite scene in that entire movie. I still like it. I can still watch it. I don't mind it really. It's just fun. You know that everyone is gonna survive anyway. But you know what? Just enjoy it for what it is. So that's
Excuse
essentially
me.
my thought.
And fair.
I mean,
I'm just a tad more harsh on that scene than you, but not by much.
fair enough. I just think like this is just a little bit of a step down because we just had two quite heavy episodes,
Yes.
and of course it's still a kid show. You need to gear down a little bit because I do think that there are going to be more episodes now that do have that more heavy feel, and that's why this is a little bit lighter, a little bit nicer,
Exactly.
fun adventure.
This episode was just a nice little palate cleanser to just sort of, you know, tell us all to just relax for this one because it's about to go down.
True.
And
Just have fun with Poe and Kaz.
exactly. So, do you have any other final thoughts, Case, or?
No, I think that's about it.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to the next couple of episodes. I do think there might be more like this, where it's just a little bit more fun and less heavy on the storyline, because we'll get there.
Exactly. And I just have one final thought. It's really nice to see Kaz flying again.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he is a good pilot.
Because he is a great pilot, as the shootout with the pirates at towards the end proves. Like, yeah, dude knows what he's doing. So, it's just another nice little reminder of Poe actually made the right decision to pick this guy to be a spy. So,
Yep.
But
He's
guys-
doing a good job as a spy and a pilot.
absolutely. So, guys, I think that ought about do it for us here. This episode's going as long as the actual episodes. I mean, heck, I could just play the episode underneath us and you wouldn't even notice. But Case, where can the good folks find you online?
By the way, if you would do that, copyright claims all over, so
Oh,
please do
good
not
God.
do that.
Oh, good God, no.
Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy, on Facebook, Kees Cornelissen. I am over the pages, the fan pages, for the Schmodown, and for the online fan leagues, which I also want to plug, Multiplex Entertainment, because, well, you and I are still a team, and our next match is going up, I think, this week somewhere.
Kings of Winter. Ugh. Those
Yeah,
two.
against the Kings of Winter, Caleb the Loudmouth Coho, and Jim Green, who I actually kind of like. But yeah, they're loudmouths, and they. He's a lot better off screen, by the way. No, but yeah, we're facing them, we're taking them down, and then we're moving on to the final, and that's going to be fun. And also, I am in a number one contender match soon. That's also going to be fun. So check that out on Multiplex, because I'm doing pretty well and I'm in a lot of videos. So check that out. You can find me there.
And guys,
Oh boy.
you know what? I'll save my plugs for just a second here because listen, Case, I've got your back. You know that I know I'll do whatever I can to make sure you win, so you can face the guy that I've beaten twice. But
Twice in regular movies.
Sure.
Not Phantom is something different.
Sure. I can beat him again. But that's neither here nor there. This right now it's about you, baby. And it's also about us. When we creamsicle, those two, loudmouth, pissy, whiny boys. That's all more I'm gonna say. It's gonna be a slugfest. So Nothing else to say to it. Guys, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust at Skywalker Dome, and you guys can follow this very channel on Twitter, Instagram at D2A Channel, and you guys can please like our Facebook page, and you know what? Find both of us on Facebook. Find Ryan on Facebook. He needs some loving.
Where is Ryan?
He'll be back on Friday, assuming we have a live show this week, because my work schedule is a little crazy yet. So,
by the way, this goes back to the nickname that we gave him a while ago. He's not Ryan McClellan. He's Ryan McLovin.
Ah, yes, there we go, indeed. So, guys, from all of us here, Viva la Resistance.
And may the force be with you always.